2-0 Atalanta. From Verona, it's the same thing we've been saying all year. They have 0 strikers. You saw that in this game especially. On Verona's end, Lovato, I know we love him. He got manhandled by Zapata a few times, like just out-muscled, quickness, strength. Again, he's a very young kid, and Zapata's like a beast. But
Lovato played the worst game in Verona.
He played terrible. Yeah,
he played the worst game.
It was really bad.
Yeah, that's the risk of having those 18-year-olds, right? Because it's kind of those stickers come up for sure.
Lovato, he plays first game. But take, for example, in that situation, if instead of Lovato, there was Delete would jump with his leg in front, at least, to block. He didn't even try that.
But you see the difference of build in Delit and Lovato. Delit has tree trunks for legs. Like Lovato needs to build up and
first of all, no one's disputing Delit. He's one of the few players that we actually like.
Yeah.
Like, we're not trying to get rid of. I'm saying Delit might be a guy you sell.
No, I was compare when you play against someone better.
Yeah.
Hey, Lovato, he played the worst game.
But what you can say is at least it's a learning experience from him. He's on the field. He's learning.
I was compare when someone it's even when Lukaku meet a good defender.
Yeah. Well, in fact, Lovato played really good versus Lukaku the first game versus Inter. That's where I got most impressed by him. But yeah, to your point, that's why we talk so much about Chiellini, right? Because most of the time, if you have a bad defender on you, you're eaten up by good forwards. This was a bad game by Lovato. Hopefully, he does learn something from it. But Verona though, they usually play. I mean, the thing we were saying about them at the beginning of the year was, they play good versus good teams. They raised the level, but they weren't really that competitive in this game.
No, this game could have been 5-6 goals. They hit a couple posts. Silvestri made some saves. It could have been a lot more than 2-0. I know he picked 2-0. He got it correct, but it could have been way more than that.
I think, did you see about this game, right? Did you see Gasperini? He played 3-5-2.
Yeah, he switched.
Yesterday he played 4-3-1-2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 4.
Yeah. He changed.
Yesterday he played 4 defender.
Listen, and did you see his defenders? His defenders on the outside, Toloy and Jim City, 2 central defenders. He doesn't have his outside defenders. They adapt. He changes things, and that's what your team's supposed to do when you don't have the players and you're a coach. You have to. Well,
one thing he does is he defines the roles and what's expected to everyone really well. Because when someone gets in their spot, they know what to do. They don't look like a fish out of water.
I read that Verona Atalanta, Juric, he was the vice of Gasperini, so they played the same game, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, Gasperini changed the formation for 2-3-1, and they say he confused Juric.
Yep, because he's a coach. He's a coach who knows what he's doing and can adapt and change. And he knows, hey, this coach worked with me. He knows what I'm going to do. I have to change things up. And you saw they had no chance against Atalanta.
I'm not going to lie. Like, if Juventus picked Gasperini, I would have – my only doubt would be, do they give him enough time to be successful? Not whether or not he would be the right choice to make the
they give it the time and they give it to Pirlo.
Yeah, not like when Gasperini coached Inter and got 4 games and got fired.
Now you think you think Gasperini, if you go there, he play with the player we have? No, I don't think so.
Well, 2 things. I think if he got the same roster, he would get more out of them. Don't you think Bentancur and McKinney? No. Listen.
When you have a Chiellini and Bonucci, you don't get the same game.
They're not going to be making runs in the center of the field.
No, I'm not saying the same game as Atalanta. I'm saying, don't you believe that instead of Pirlo, we had Gasperini, same roster, that our team would play better?
Yeah.
Then they're playing with Pirlo?
I think Bernardeschi would be really good if Gasperini.
Bernardeschi would be better. Kovalevsky, McKennie, Bentancur. These guys would be playing better. I have no doubt if we had Gasperini.
I agree. And we didn't even talk about a lot, really, individual players. Zapata played well. Manovsky scored a penalty. Like I said, they were missing some players. Marinchuk didn't play well. He's been subpar.
He's been I expected more from him.
Frank, Gasperini to make this player better. play better, he should get rid of the Ronaldo and everything else.
Yeah,
Because
I get
he
it,
can
but
afford to have someone who goes to press,
no,
yeah.
I get it 100%. But I'm just saying, just one for one, right? If you could only replace the coach, I think he would have figured out a way to improve some people. You know what I mean? Or to say, look, I got to find the best group for what I have, right?
Yeah, but also has to take a decision to have some people out on the field.
Yeah. And he might have said, look, you're out. Like, you're not going to run. I'm not going to play.
We're telling you now.
Yeah, he might, that's all part of it. And
I don't think anyone's taking Ronaldo off. So just
why?
It's not happening.
Because he's a crybaby. You know that.
He is a crybaby.
Ronaldo, when he wants to play Real Madrid, he had the beautiful team.
Yeah.
He didn't have the scrum.
Yeah, but he also never came out. Even though they had a beautiful team.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but he used to have a lot of ball to kick a goal.
Listen, it's the same discussion we've had since Christian Vieri was on Juventus and on the Italian team. If you don't get crosses to your and balls to your forward, it doesn't matter who you have, they can't score. Remember how many times Italian national teams would be like, it doesn't matter who the forward is, we haven't gotten a ball up there yet. So it's the same difference. Like, same as Zapata, right? Like, would Zapata score all these goals if they never created chances? Now, the difference is you see Atalanta creates chances for the forwards, but also the midfielders, the wings, the fullbacks, because they all move and they play the ball quick into space. But that's the difference.
And then they have
lots of scores.
It's not just
more of it, and the way they move.
That's what I'm saying.
They run 9 minutes, which we don't do at all.
Listen, to create danger, right? To create danger, you want to move the ball with speed and you want to play into space, right? If you play quickly into space, the defense is always chasing you. It's going to create opportunities for different people. But you need people to run and you need people to know where your teammate's going to run to and play the ball quick. We don't do any of that.
Are we still talking about Juventus? They go back.
I'm talking about Atalanta. What makes Atalanta good?
Yeah, okay.
We tried to create a game for Juventus.
And that comes down to training too. Like, they train way harder. They train with purpose. It's not dicking around.
How does Gasparini get these guys to run for 90 minutes? To your point, like nonstop.
I think they're on horse steroids.
I think they're doped up or something, right?
How does
he get that?
Let's go to Dom. We have one more game.